Alright, now I'm going to be comparing 3 different CDs here. Well, 3 different pressings of Metallica's Master of Puppets. Let's first start off with the original 1986 Elecktra CD, released March 3rd, 1986. This version of the CD sounds good, but as you can see, the album artwork is, I don't know if this is because of the previous owner, but it just looks, the colors are faded. The print quality up close, I mean, it's kind of lackluster to me. I mean, I figured they could have done a better job. Even the pictures in here, I mean, the lyrics are nice and readable. They're a little small. Pictures are probably not the best, but I guess they did the best they possibly could back in the day, or these are just rushed out the door, or out the CD pressing plant. But the one thing about this version of the CD, it looks exactly the same as the 1985 remaster. The only difference is this right here. I don't know if that's going to come into focus. Probably not. The year and record label, I mean the name of the record label on this line right here is different. That's the only way to tell the difference between the two. The backing is exactly the same as far as I know, the 1995 remaster and this original CD pressing. But just all the same album tracks, and that's all the same for all 3 of these releases. The only way to get rough mixes or early versions of the songs is in the Master of Puppets box set, which includes 10 CDs, I think it is, and 3 or 4 LPs, a book. And I actually plan on getting the Master of Puppets book, the standalone book called Back to Front, or Back to the Front. As far as the sound goes on this, it does sound a little congested. So, I mean, it's a good listen, don't get me wrong. And some people even said this sounds similar to the original 1986 record pressing, which I saw one of those at my local record shop about 10 years ago or 11 years ago, and decided not to get it. But that's fine, because that gave way for me to buy the pressing that I have now, and I've already shown that on the channel, and that's the Music for Nations version. But here's a 1989 Vertigo pressing of the album. Artwork looks a little bit better here, a little more detailed. Not quite as the reds aren't quite as bright in this cover. Even the backing is different, a little bit different than other releases. So yeah, this came out in 1989. There's the spine. I think the spines in these are all slightly different from one another, but they all kind of have the same. Yeah, they all have the same color scheme, but different fonts. Inside, there's the disc. It's silver, like a lot of discs that came out back then. Now, so these are different shade of red. All 3 of these have a different. If I can get the book out. But they offer up the same thing. Same lyrics. I think the lyrics here might be even smaller. Same quality pictures, just and the same exact pictures too. Small font as usual with these CD releases. Yep, Vertigo and Phonogram. With the picture, I guess it actually looks worse. It's you can kind of see it's actually kind of pixelated on this version for some reason. I don't know why, but the sound is a little bit better. So there's the cover there without the front of the jewel case there. But the sound is a little better here. It sounds a little not as congested like on the original release. Things are a little bit clearer. It just sounds a little more lively. Has that analog sound to it, which is a plus. I'm pretty sure all these were analog to digital conversions. So if you're looking for a version of Master of Puppets, this is not a bad one to get, nor is the original. I mean, it all depends on you and how you, just what kind of sound you prefer. I mean, if you just want to listen to this album just to hear it, then the 1995 CD remaster will be just fine for you. That's the loudest one out of them all, but it's not too loud to where it clips. And I didn't include that in here because I've already compared or talked about that alongside the DCC Compact Classics version of Master of Puppets. So those two are omitted from this video. But yeah, great version of the album. Highly recommend it. And these aren't expensive. They're very much affordable as me making this video. But I thought I'd show the back of this. It's a little bit different. I actually prefer this track listing back of this album. I prefer this over the original. Yep, good stuff. On to the probably the best CD version of this album, which is the Music for Nations catalog number CD MFN 60. This is printed in France, issued under license from Megaforce Records. But where was this? It's made at MPO, I think. The disc is made at MPO. Yes, made in France by MPO. So there's the CD. A lot of these CDs look the same. I mean, they're just silver with the album name on it, along with the Music for Nations logo. So there's the booklet itself. The back doesn't have that marble Metallica logo, but that's fine. Here's the booklet here. This is a little bit better. This is just like the LP looks, with the black, yellow, and white font, or black background with yellow and white font, along with pictures. Plenty of great pictures, which look a little sharper. So this is easier to read, easier on the eyes, I've noticed. So I prefer this version. The sound on here, it sounds better than any other version I've heard, and that I also can say the same about the LP edition of this. The album cover artwork is much more detailed, darker, but that actually works for this release. The sound, it almost sounds like a remix, people have said, and I agree with that statement. It sounds very clear, very robust. The guitars really come through, the vocals come through clear, very lively. It's just great. Great on a pair of headphones. I don't think I've listened to this on speakers yet, any kind of speaker system yet, but I will. This is the one to get. It's this I paid a premium for, but maybe you can find it in a CD shop or a record store for a good price. This is no longer sold at the big box stores. This came out in 87. Same goes for the LP edition of this album, the Music for Nations MFN 60. That's the catalog number for that, in case you want to know. Yeah, but this is the one to get. This is the best sounding version of the album, next to the recent reissue on CD and LP. I have listened to those on the radio only. Maybe I'll pick up the 3 CD version. The recent Blackened Recordings remaster is what I'm speaking of. That does sound good too, and I'll review that when I get it. I definitely will get it. But this is my overall my favorite Metallica album of all time. I've been listening to it since about 94, 95. So yeah, just great stuff here. Just thunderous riffs. If you like what I have to offer on the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.